Bonjour, ladies and gents, this is your boy, Yangsta PokeQuest, here with another Pokemon Champions League battle, and this time I'm going up against my homeboy TooQuickGrim. Now, TooQuickGrim is the founder of the PCL, so let's see how I fare off against him in a heated 6-on-6 Pokemon match. Alright, let's go. So, on my side of the team, we have Charferno, Bluegar, Duke, Zappo, Mushu, and Mermaid. And on his side of the team, he has Rotom, Heat, Gyarados, Verizon, I think, the Grass Legendary, Blissey, Flygon, and Espeon. Alright, let's get this party started. And so he starts the battle off with his Rotom Heat here, and I go with my Bluegar. And I go for a Sludge Wave, and it does 54% damage, and he goes for a Discharge, does 45% damage, and paralyzes Bluegar. Very unlucky of me. And he switches out right here into his Blissey, and I go for a Sludge Wave again, does 18%, and I poison Blissey. So, nice play by me there. And you know what I'm saying, I switch out because I know Bluegar can't do anything against Blissey. So I go out for Duke, and I go for a Poison Jab, and I want to see how much damage that does here. But it turns out he knows counter, and he hits Duke really hard and kills Duke in one hit. Oh my god, very nice play by Mar there. Crazy play with Blissey. So he switches into his Gyarados here, and I go for Thunderbolt, but I'm paralyzed, so it didn't work. And I go for another Thunderbolt here again, but because he's faster, so he Dragon Dances, and I'm paralyzed again. Oh my goodness. And now I realize Thunderbolt won't do the trick, so I'm just going to use Destiny Bond here to try to take him with me. But Mar's too smart, and he knows I'm going to do that, so he's just going to keep Dragon Dancing here. So I switch out into Mushu, and I want to lock him into Outrage here, so I can perhaps get the confusion off, you know what I'm saying? So he kills Mushu in one hit, how very unfortunate, and I go into Mermaid, and I go for Protect, and he goes for an Outrage, and he indeed becomes confused. So now this is a very gamble-ish move here, so I switch into Zappo, hoping that he will switch, you know, because Mar knows better, and he indeed does switch, and he goes into Blissey, and I hit him with a Thunderbolt on his Blissey, and now his Blissey has 36% health, and I switch out here, and I go into Charferno, and he goes for a Soft Boiled, and heals up Blissey. And now I switch back Charferno, and I go back into Zappo here because I realize that I have no more physical attackers on my team, so basically, you know, there's no way to take out Blissey at this point, so I've basically run out of options here. So now Mar switches Blissey back out, and he puts in his Rotom Heat, and I hit him with a Thunderbolt. I did not predict a switch, and that barely did anything, because I predicted a Gyarados switch, I guess, you know what I'm saying, so that's why I did a Thunderbolt there. And he goes for a Rest, heals up, oh my goodness, and I switch Zappo out, and I go into Charferno here, and I'm facing off against Blissey once again. And I realize that Blissey has no offensive moves against Bluegar because I'm a ghost, and normal type moves won't work, and you know, he's immune to Toxic. So right now I switch Bluegar back out, you know what I'm saying, and he goes for a Stone Edge with his Flygon there. Luckily it missed, and I go for an Ice Beam with Mermaid, and hits his Vector, his Verizon, and you know what I'm saying, it Leaf Blade me, does a very decent chunk of damage here, you know what I'm saying, and I Ice Beam again, and I realized I needed to switch into Charferno because he's going to Leaf Blade again, and Charferno eats that up really well there, you know what I'm saying, and he switches out into his Rotom Heat, and I didn't predict a switch, so I go for a Flamethrower right here, and I do 66% damage, critical hit, very nice hit by Charferno there, and I'm faster, and I go for an Ancient Power, and I take out Hot and Ready. So the score is 4-5 now. So right now he switches back into Blissey, and I switch into Bluegar because, you know, Bluegar is immune to Blissey. So yeah, now he switches into his Espeon. I predict this. I go for a Shadow Ball, does very nice damage there. He goes for a Light Screen, but despite that, Bluegar's Shadow Ball still kills it. So good job, Bluegar, you know what I'm saying. And right now I can only Shadow Ball here, so I'm just gonna, you know, try to Shadow Ball, but because I'm paralyzed, I can't really do much. And his Gyarados is just setting up there. You know, Mar doesn't have a care in the world right now, and it looks like he's about to win because, you know, with Mushu out of the game, I can't lock him in Outrage anymore. So I switched to Mermaid, and I was hoping he would Waterfall, but because of Mold Breaker, Mermaid's Water Absorbability is nullified. So you know what I'm saying, now he goes for an Earthquake, so I predict this, so I switch into Zappo here, you know what I'm saying, hoping to be immune, but that doesn't really do much because he's Dragon Danced up like 2 levels, so he's going to kill me in one hit here. So he goes for an Outrage, kills Zappo. I see an opportunity here, so I go back into Mermaid, and I go for Protect. I was hoping that he would become confused this turn, but unfortunately, due to bad luck, he does not become confused. So this is where I completely lost the match here. So he goes for an Earthquake, and he kills Mermaid, and Charferno comes back out, and he outspeeds Charferno and goes for a Waterfall, and Mar defeats me with a score of 4-0. Wow, great game, Mar. You know what I'm saying? TooQuickGrim takes this one by a landslide. You know what I mean? It seems like he's really improved upon his skills since the last battle. So great job, TooQuickGrim. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice to see my friends, improving and excelling in this Pokemon game, and they still have that competitive spirit inside them. You know what I'm saying? So great stuff. Oh, and shout outs to Mars Blissey. You know what I mean? It really put in a ton of work there. Taking out Duke was a crucial move that really turned the tide of the entire battle. So moral of the story is, don't hit girls or they're gonna hit you back twice as hard. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get knocked the fudge out. You know what I mean? For more, you know what I'm saying, Pokemon battles, click this thumbnail that just popped up here to watch the previous PCL battle against my man Joey DeVoe. And yeah, you know what I'm saying, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoy what you saw today, and see you next time. This is your boy Yangsta PokeQuest signing off.